4, and that's when I said I'd start. So I'm going to call our meeting to order and ask Summer to call roll, please.
Commissioner Patterson?
Here.
Commissioner Norwood?
Here.
Commissioner Baker?
Almost there.
Commissioner Roberts? Here. Commissioner Stallings?
Here.
Commissioner Dennis?
Here.
And Mayor Mason?
Here.
All present.
Tonight, our invocation will be by Pastor Allison Burchett from the First Presbyterian Church here in Enid, and I have asked Commissioner Patterson to do our flag salute. So if you will stand and remain standing, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry. I was like, flag salute. Okay. If it is your practice, I invite you to pray with me. Holy One, in whom we live and breathe and have our being, we pray for our leaders, our elected and appointed leaders here in this room, and our elected and appointed leaders in our state and in our country. For them, we ask for wisdom, for courage, for compassion, and for compromise. We give you thanks for their service and for all those whom you've called to serve. As we do the work of your city, remind us of our better aims. Help us to make this place a place where all people can find hope and joy and security and belonging. Tonight, O God, I ask that you would help us to remember especially those who might feel forgotten. Blessed are the unpaid workers who've worked to keep Vance running even today without pay. Blessed are the hungry, the 10,000 Garfield County residents who are worried about their SNAP benefits tomorrow. Blessed are the struggling moms who will be trying to find diapers and daycare in the days to come. Blessed are the underemployed who will choose between lights and gas and water. Blessed are the homeless residents who fear the coming of the cold. Blessed are the lonely elderly who suffer without being seen. Blessed are all the government workers whose work often goes unnoticed, but without whom our community would not run. Help us, O God, to see and bless your people tonight and always. We ask this in the name of all that is holy. Amen.
Amen.
Would you please join me in the flag salute? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Be seated.
Yeah. Yep. I like that.
Okay, item 3.1, consider approval of minutes of the special commission meeting of October 17, 2025, and the regular commission meeting of October 21, 2025.
So moved.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 7-0. Item number 4, awards, presentations, proclamations, and organizational business. Item 4.1, present pet available for adoption at the city's Animal Welfare Department. Who's our guest tonight?
Tonight we have Ivy.
Ivy?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ivy is a 6 to 7 month old pit bull mix. She's nearly full grown, so she's going to stay a small size. She is incredibly sweet and loving.
And active.
Yes. So you get the best of both worlds with her. She is playful, she's fun, but she's also a cuddler. She's very sweet. She knows how to ride in a car. She's pretty well calmed in the car. Just make sure you have your center console up because she wants to be right next to you with an arm wrapped around your arm or a paw in your hand. Mm-hmm. She knows sit. She's incredibly treat motivated, so training should be a breeze with her. She actually wandered up to our shelter door with her mom. We believe she was dumped in the area, and they came to us asking for help, scratching on the door to get in on a cold morning. But she is just a sweet little girl, and she needs a loving home. She's located in Pen 1. Hi. Uh-huh. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Item 4.2, recognize the City of Enid Employee of the Month for November. Gerald?
Once again, one of the favorite things that I have to do is to recognize our Employee of the Month right in front of everybody here, but I know that we have a much wider audience because I know there's people out there watching right now, and they're probably going to be commenting after the meeting. And one of the things they're going to say is, what a great Employee of the Month you had this month. So Karen, would you come on up? Karen Haggard Perez is our Employee of the Month for November. And Karen is, this is I think your second time maybe for being Employee of the Month. And she could probably be Employee of the Month more often than that. I think it's been about 5 years. She does a great job as our event coordinator. And in particular, she's been pivotal working with city staff on our United Way campaign. Now, I know she's not the only one that put a lot of effort in, but she's the one with some others that help you that always generate wonderful results for us that you're going to talk about in a little bit. But gosh, and right now, you technically roll up to the Public Works Director, I think, which was me for a while. And now the IPWD is you, Michael. I don't know, do you want to come up here? I don't know how well you know what a great job Karen does, but you know. He's getting a taste. If you want to say a few things before we give this to Karen and let her talk and talk about all the wonderful things she's done for us.
Well, you know, I hardly know Karen.
Well, sit down.
3.5 months together, something like that. No, I've known you, I've been here 6 years, a little bit more than that, and I have nothing but good things to say about you. I think the city could use many more employees that are just like you. Your work ethic is awesome. I see it every day. You know, for 3.5 months I've seen it, and she's just zipping, and all the things that she comes up with, the creativity that you have for the, you know, the haunted gym is one example. Some pretty creative stuff going on there. So, yeah, I think you deserve this. Good job.
And I want to say just one more thing, and then, you know, Karen, how long have you worked for us now? You've worked in at least a couple different places. You were part of the A-Team. 11 years. Time flies. Well,
she was part of the original dream team at Utility
yes,
Services.
Yes, and that dream team has gone on to do great things in other parts of the city. But I think also it's important to note that our employees, not only are they dedicated to they work hard for the city here in doing their job, but they also live here and they have personal lives here. And actually, you might want to introduce your daughter, and your husband, Pedro, is the foreman on the asphalt crew, and you've all, or this whole street department, but he's also been an Employee of the Month, so I guess it runs in the family. What's your daughter's name?
Kinley.
Okay, she did not believe that you were going to get an award tonight, so I think that now she knows. So here's your award.
Yeah.
You can hang that wherever you want to hang it. Here's your coin, and you can tell her not to touch it. So
Yeah.
anyway, Bitch, please.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. When I heard that I was getting it, I definitely was like, but I didn't do it all by myself, you know. Whether it's events or United Way, I seriously have a team at all times. My job is not one that can be done solo, so I'm very thankful for the people that help.
Well, we're thankful for you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Over here. Okay.
All right, my next item, 4.3, update on the City of Enid's result in the United Way annual fundraiser.
We had a great time at the chili cook-off. We kind of were in our zone with the haunted theme, you know, Halloween. Some might say we kind of cheated because we have a stockpile of Halloween decorations, but Allie and Josh did the majority of it. They did a fantastic job. Tam's chili was so good. We had so many people coming back for seconds or to refresh their palate from some others we heard. We didn't win decoration, which was kind of disappointing. OG&E got it again, but we did get second in top dollar chili. So all of the funds that we raised, which we talked to you guys about the last time we were here, we did turn that in. That was $3,287.25. Again, couldn't have done that without Josh and Allie and Jody doing her little fundraisers too. And then for our donation slips that Jody hands out to all of the employees, was $3,517. So total this year for United Way, we turned in $6,804.25.
Nice, yeah.
I will say that the City of Enid employees do a wonderful job every year contributing. You led this event for, I don't know, you've done so well, you're probably going to be doing it next year. Congratulations. But I do want to say that I always feel like we were robbed. You know, we didn't win place or show in the decoration or the chili, and that seems odd to me, because Mayor, do you know who the judges were for the chili? Was there... I mean, I don't know. Maybe they, I'm sure it was an oversight, so. But thank you for the great job that you do. I wanted to highlight not only your great work and what the city does on that and all the people that helped you, Josh and Allie and Jody, but also let the commission know and the public, we work here, we live here, we're part of the community, we want to help make it better, and we're also philanthropic. So thank you to yourself and all the employees that contributed.
And the chili was great. I don't mind telling you. I think we all had it last 2 weeks ago, right? So, and I voted for you. All right. We do appreciate everything that you do. $6,800, that's significant. So
That's great.
we appreciate that. And I would encourage everyone that if you don't get out to that chili cook-off, that's one of the most fun, I'm not going to say full day. I'm not up there a full day, but I've been there 2 or 3 hours, and it is a fun time. So I encourage you to go do that. It's great chili and a lot of great costumes. People come up and go, "Hey, how are you?" And you're looking, trying to go, "I have no idea who this is," because they're in full costume. So anyway, thank you very much for what you do. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Item 4.4, recognize the City of Enid's veterans.
Yeah, Mayor, this is also an opportunity. It is Veterans Week in Enid, Oklahoma. We just had one of our first events out there today with yourself and the Colonel out there where the Parks Department had taken care of planting a tree, and we had a veteran or a gentleman that had a veteran in his family that was his
father,
MIA, his father, and so it was a really great event. But we also wanted to take a moment to recognize the City of Enid has about 500 employees, so we're one of the largest employers in town and one of the best, in my opinion, although I'm probably biased. And many of those people that work here have served before, and so the communications team has put together, HR has worked together information. I know we have 40-plus employees, probably more than that have served and now are serving here at the City of Enid. And some of them may still be serving, particularly if they're National Guardsmen or reservists, because that's how it works as a part-time service person. But why don't we show the video, and then we'll talk a little bit more. And then I also want to recognize we have a couple veterans on the commission. Well, Kent works to pull that up. Why don't I just go ahead and recognize, we're going to recognize our veterans with this special edition coffee mug. It's got City of Enid on it. It's got, I'm sure it's in our approved colors from our standard, our brand standard, but on the back side, it's got a little graphic about we love our veterans. So I thought that, and I hope I've got everybody.
this, or you want me to? As you know, that here in Enid, we have a full week long of the list of events for the veterans. We call it Freedom Week, from November the 1st to November 11th, which is actually more than a week. But I've got a list, and we'll leave this down here. If you can, try to make one of these events. Let's see, today we did the planting of the tree. Tomorrow at 11:30 we have free meals for veterans. That'll be at the First Baptist Church at 401 West Main Street here in Enid. On November the 6th at 7 o'clock, patriotic and gospel concert singing church women of Oklahoma. I have heard these women sing before, and it is fascinating. So if you get a chance, that location will be at the Stride Bank Center, 301 South Independence Avenue. And then on November the 8th at 10 o'clock, Veterans Day Parade, which will be held downtown. I would encourage you to be there for that. Bring out your kids. And on same day, November the 8th, from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Vance Air Force Base Spouse Holiday Market. That will be at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center at 111 West Purdue Avenue here in Enid. And then 6 o'clock that night, we have Copycat Kroners. I'm assuming that's singers, right? Yes. Kroners, okay. That location is at the Stride Bank Center, also at 301 South Independence. Then on November the 11th at 6:30, we have what's called the Legacy Award and Veterans Day Ceremony. The keynote speaker will be Getner Drummond, and that location will be at the Stride Bank Center as well. So a whole list of activities going on to help celebrate our veterans, and I sure encourage you to do that. We're very thankful for our veterans. Communications team, thank you for the video. Nice. And that was all very good. Yeah. So let's give them one more round of applause. All right, I'm going to move on to 4.5, update on the progress of the demolition of the former Family Dollar building.
Yes, sir. I want to bring up Brooke Brandenburg, Michael Humphreys, and Tim Stevens from our department, and I'll make this brief on my part, and I'm going to let Brooke introduce the team. But whenever all of this downtown park area came up, we knew we were going to have to do some demolition, and I kind of looked around at one another and said, is this something that we can do? And I'm really glad that we made that choice, because by the time we figured out how to get some of the utilities moved, you know, there was a time crunch between now and when this tree opens, and we really wanted to be able to have this area open and clean for that. And so we decided we were going to self-perform, and I'm so glad we did. We've got very talented staff. We've got equipment that we've got thanks to you, and I think we learned some things through this process too about buildings that were built 50, 60 years ago. There's massive amounts of concrete in some of these buildings, and we've kind of learned about some of that. But I want to give it over to Brooke, and I'm so proud of our team. We have accomplished a lot in less than 2 weeks. Those buildings went down so quick and clean, and we are now working on getting the rest of the concrete out of there, and we've already smoothed over some of the big drop-offs. And so anyway, I'd like to introduce Brooke Brandenburg and let him talk about the project.
Thanks, Scott. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. As Scott said, we started on this about 2 weeks ago. Within a short amount of time, we had the structures torn down and all that debris hauled off. Right now, we are tearing out the footings. They have been torn out and broken up, and they'll be hauled off within the next day or two. After that, we will tackle the parking lot, get rid of it, then do some dirt work, make the area look sightly, and have it ready for the new folks to come in. It's going to be a great place to see the Christmas tree this winter. So at Christmas time, there's not going to be that big building in the way. It's going to be the beautiful tree. But this was possible because of the outstanding people in the Public Utilities Department. I've asked Tim Stevens, the solid waste supervisor, was asked to oversee the project as a whole. He's done an outstanding job. His landfill foreman, Tatum Keegan, he has been overseeing all the heavy equipment operation out there, and he's doing an outstanding job. And then Michael Humphreys, our public utilities maintenance supervisor, he has been helping with equipment, manpower, trucks, and everything. These guys have just really brought it together. Without their leadership, their project planning, we would not have accomplished this.
We found out we needed a bigger jackhammer, and Michael got us one. So.
Michael brought the big jackhammer. Gentlemen, would you like to say anything?
Covered it.
Guys, I have a coin for you, but you got to come up and say something.
Commission, do you have any questions for these gentlemen?
Amazing job. Tim and Tatum have done an amazing job.
If you have any technical questions, these gentlemen can answer it.
And me too. You've got a lot more to get done. You got good people helping you.
Absolutely.
So, I had to be out of town last week for a couple days, and I'm sitting in a motel room and I'm looking at Facebook. I thought, oh my God, it's all down, every bit of it, in just a matter of no time at all. Then I went by there today and parked my pickup and just watched for a little while. It was just fascinating how much equipment they had out there and breaking up all the concrete so they could haul it off. So I don't think there's a demolition job out there that our team can't do now. So careful what's the old saying, no good deed goes unpunished. So anyway, we do appreciate it. All right, 4.6, discussion on the donation of land to Vance Air Force Base. And I'm going to come right in here, and Colonel, I'm going to ask you to come up, and thanks, guys. We do appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you.
I think we need some filler music.
Let's just go right up here. So probably, I don't know, a year ago, maybe, something like that, I'm sitting in my office one day and I get a phone call. And it's from a realtor here in town that goes, hey, just thought I'd let you know, there's 62 or 3 acres at the end of the runway, and we're about to put that up for auction. And there's some people who want to buy it for hunting. And I go, wait, stop. You're telling me you're going to put rifles and hunters at the end of a runway where we have low approaches? Yeah, let me just tell you right up front that that's not going to happen. And he goes, well, what are we going to do? And so the commission was able to move very, very quickly as a result of VDA and get that land purchased. It's very important that we do not have anything that encroaches, not just with the base, but the base's mission, which is to train pilots. And I'll be honest, we thought we already owned all that land at the end of the runway, but we didn't. And it was owned by a family that doesn't even live in this area anymore, so we were able to get that done and purchased. Now, that's step one. Step two is you can't just hand a deed over to the military. There's a lot of work that goes into putting a packet together, including environmental studies, surveys, all those type of things. And Melissa has been working on that for quite some time, has got that done. And according to the military, I actually have to hand deliver all the documents to the colonel. And so that's what this is about tonight. The 64 acres that we bought months ago, we are now turning this over. They will review this document, I'm assuming at the Pentagon, and then they will accept this offer. So I'm doing that right now, and we're giving you that. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'll just say a couple things if that's
Sure,
okay.
absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you. As was mentioned, guns and airplanes don't really combine very well. So we do appreciate, number one, that the connection with the community was there to, number one, find out about this, and that we didn't have a skeet range just short of runway 35 left, or a hunting grounds or something like that. So again, I think that's a testament to the relationship that Vance Air Force Base has with Enid. Yes, this is, I think, the Secretary of the Air Force is who this officially goes to, and couldn't be prouder to be a part of this team as well. And what I'll say too is, as somebody who grew up as a military brat and somebody who moves every few years, haven't had a whole lot of insight on how a city government works, and it's been fantastic being a part of this organization and just seeing the service that everybody here in this room does for all of the residents of Enid. And Vance Air Force Base is 100% those residents while they're here, whether that's 10 years, 20 years, or 2 years, right? And we're just so proud to be a part of this this partnership. And thank you so much for, again, watching our backs and taking care of this. So General Quinn was the deputy commander for ATC. He was just confirmed to be the Air Education Training Command commander. So he just pinned on another star. He was planning on coming out a few weeks ago to kind of do this, and I've received correspondence that he absolutely intends to come back again. Now is the Air Education Training Command commander, whether that's for a graduation or for a guest speaker role. We'll do something with him out here as well, and I know he's appreciative as well for everything that Enid has done, and he's also prior Vance Wing commander too.
That's
so thank you all so much for everything and for taking care of the base.
Our pleasure.
All right, thank you.
Our pleasure. You bet. Okay, item 4.7, discussion of any item remaining from the study session agenda, November 4th, 2025. So at this time, I'm going to allow Matt Miller, if you would like to come up. I want to make sure I give you ample time also. So.
Okay, so I'm Matt Miller. I'm a member of the EMS committee here in Enid, looking at ambulance service possibilities going forward. So I think we heard quite a bit from Chief Courier earlier, City Manager Gilbert, on what the mission of the committee is. I'm honored to sit on that committee, and I appreciate that inclusion in that committee. So I think that the committee is working well together. Everything's flowing pretty well. Performance metrics, expectations, and things of that nature, working towards sustainable funding, things of that nature. So happy to be part of that process. I think you guys will see along the way that I'm very much a stickler for transparency and ethical practices as we move forward. I think it's very appropriate that the city is considering the application from Mercy Regional so they can prevent any type of lapse or gap in ambulance coverage. But in the long term, I'm the guy that's going to heavily push competitive selection processes and things of that nature, so all the doors are open to the City of Enid in making a selection for the future. So that's about all I got to say. Appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself. If you guys have any questions, I think you all have my email address now. So anyway, anything I can do for you, let me know. So thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate it, Matt. Okay, I'm going to go back to study session. Yeah, there's Scott. Thought you left on me. I'm at 3.5, discuss the proposed adoption of the current versions of the International Existing Building Code, International Plumbing Code, International Fuel Gas Code, and the International Mechanical Code. So if you want to talk about that just a little bit, what it is you're wanting to do and wanting us to do.
Good evening. So what we're looking at is we're going to update these codes to where they update when the state updates them. The Oklahoma it's OUBCC, so it's Oklahoma Building Commission is what it is. They look through the codes and then they approve them, and then the state enacts them, and then we have such a time to adopt them ourselves. This is just doing an automatic adoption. We'll post it in the paper. It'll post for 30 days, and then it'll be adopted, and we'll put it into play. The first one, we'll go ahead and start with the building code. What you're looking at on this one is it's going to, the way the ordinance is laid out, we're going to update Title 9.1.1, and that's going to be the building code. That's the IBC that'll be adopted. We are not currently looking at anything adopting. This is just for future reference.
What standard are we on now?
We're on the 2018.
Okay.
So the 2023 is out, but we are not moving to that until the state adopts it.
But this ordinance in the future, if passed, would just automatically, when the state updates from 2018, we would update?
Correct.
Okay.
So the first one is the building code. It is also the international existing building code. So that's the two that it'll be taken care of. What is also in this one is a violation change. The violation change is that instead of being, it's limiting to a 3-year basis. What it is if you have a violation within 3 years, we will up, it goes from 100 to 500?
I believe 200 is.
200.
It's two-tier step up.
Okay, apologize. It is a tiered step. So if you have a violation within those 3 years, it's a larger fine. And so that's how that one works. That's how that violation works. I'm going to come back to the plumbing code because it is on this one and it's also on the next agenda item, or the next item. The fuel gas code will be doing the same. We'll be updating when the state does. It's also got the violation in it. We are also on all these, I apologize, I did miss this. We are changing from the 2014 to the 2024. That is the ordinance because it refers back to the fee schedule. So instead of saying the 2014 ordinance, it'll say the 2024 ordinance. Mechanical code, same thing. It'll have the violations in there, the updates from the 2014 to the 2024, and then the mechanical code will also be updated to when the state updates it. That's all on that item. So any questions on those?
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I was a builder here in town, how would I know that there's been an update?
So what we're doing in this ordinance is we are just saying that's got to be posted in the newspaper. What we also do is we'll put up that posting, we'll print it out and put it in the window downstairs, and we also try to reach out to all our builders that are coming in. Our inspectors know that when they're on site, hey, by the way, this is coming. Just try to be very open and communication with it so we can easily adopt this. Usually by the time we're adopting it, it's already been out for 6 months or so with the state. So it's already been in play. We've kind of seen how other cities are dealing with it and see if there's anything huge that we need to address.
And does the state also send out some kind of mail notification?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just wondered.
I know the city is part of the home builders group, and there's a lot of developers and contractors in that. So
correct.
I know you keep them informed as well.
Okay. Any other questions on 3.5? Let me move on then and to the 3.6. Discuss a proposed change to the existing plumbing code to require sewer backflow preventers on all new construction with plumbing fixtures.
Okay. So this one, the reason I just coming to this one is also adopting when the state does. This is changing from the 2014 to the 2024, and this is also the violations. The addition to this one is we are changing the code where it says for a backflow preventer has to be installed. So backflow preventer, backwater valve, it's on the sewer service line. It keeps everything from going back into the house. This has got to be installed on every, give me a second because I got to think about it. If the manhole is lower than the service, then the backflow's got to be installed. That's the way the ordinance reads right now. What we're looking at doing is having it installed on all new construction. Okay. So anytime you're changing a sewer service, anytime you're doing a new build, this is both commercial and residential, and that's what this ordinance is also going to do. So it's a protection for the owners of buildings to where the sewer doesn't flow.
It's also a protection for the city because when there's sewer backups, the city typically gets a tort claim out of that. And then our insurance company, OMAG, we have certain limits, and we have lawyers out there that are coming up with creative ways to use the law to extract better judgments or settlements. So I think this is a prudent measure to take going forward, and I think we also may want to look at it and study it before we come back and look at the portion about that I think is kind of convoluted now, that talks about the 50/50 program, basically paying for 50% on existing construction. I don't think that's probably ever been used that I'm aware of. Have you ever paid that out, Aaron? Okay. Well, I think talking to Melissa today, I understand better why, because there's some odd requirements, like you have to have turned in a tort claim that didn't get paid or something. Or anyway, so I think we're going to look at that too, if we can timely do that, because I think this will help the city and our insurer as we have issues. We are very active, and we'll probably talk to you here sometime in the near future. Scott or Brooke will update you on what we're doing with our maintenance plan, because sewer backups are a terrible thing for our residents when they happen, and we don't want them to happen. So sometimes there's issues that they have with their plumbing that causes them, but sometimes, unfortunately, our sewer lines can be, well, we can, gosh, I got to watch myself, right, Melissa? Yeah, we have issues ourselves that we need to take a look at. So anyway, we'll do that, but I think this is a great first step anyway. Backflow preventers. Mayor, you have one, don't you?
I do. And I was going to say, I sure want to make sure we look at this, not just on new construction, but on any new sewer line that's put in.
And that's,
okay. Because that's what we did, and it was no money at all. I mean, those things are very inexpensive. It's honestly just a sleeve that goes down in there, and there's just a flap that if anything comes back towards the house, it closes it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a huge. I mean, labor will be will be the most expensive part, but.
Right.
You know, and I'll also mention on this that OML, of course, works on legislation that tries to defeat legislation or is an advocate for legislation that works for or against a community and our municipalities. They tried very hard to try to get some limits on these tort claims because they've gotten way, way out of hand and did not pass. And I'll just remind you, probably 80% of all of our legislators are attorneys. So they tried very hard to make more sense out of this, so couldn't get it done. So this is a good project, and it's, yeah, it's a very good project.
Agreed.
So this will be for homes and businesses?
Correct.
New construction?
Okay. Anything else, Scott?
No, sir.
Well, thank you very much. All right, that concludes our study session. I'll go now to item 5.1, administration. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Consider causing an investigation to be made on an application from Centurion Health Systems, DBA Mercy Regional of Oklahoma for a new ambulance company license. So this is what we were talking about earlier, where we're going to require a license for anybody that wants to operate an ambulance service here. And in order to do that, our ordinance says there has to be an investigation, and we have to request staff to actually start that investigation. So I'll entertain any comments or questions that you might have. If not, our motion's going to be to direct staff to begin an investigation. Okay.
I just want to add, unless you want to read it off, Melissa, you prepared a nice little summation of what the ordinance says the investigation requires. Do you want to read that, or I'm happy to read it too? But
sure, I can do that. So straight from Title III, Article A, it's under Ambulance Service Business License, Section 3-8A-3 Investigation. So upon receipt of an application for a license, the City Council shall cause an investigation to be made of the following things: the character and reputation of the applicant as a law-abiding citizen, the ability of the applicant to render safe and comfortable transportation service, the ability of the applicant to maintain or replace the equipment for such service, the financial responsibility of the applicant to maintain insurance for the payment of personal injury, death, and property damage claims, and other pertinent facts which the city council may deem relevant in determining the fitness of the applicant to assume the occupation of an operator. So those are the required elements for the investigation.
Okay.
So I think that probably that investigation will fall upon city staff. Chief, you'll certainly be involved in that, Melissa as well, probably myself to some degree, and maybe you, Aaron, as well as we'll likely require a little bit more information, Duke, but I'll happy to get with you soon on that. And so really the question that I have, I don't really have any question about the first 4 factors or the things that you're causing an investigation to be made about. I don't know if there's any other pertinent facts or factors. If you think of something or have something that you think is pertinent and appropriate, we can certainly check into that too.
Is there a place or a program at the state level where complaints are made about ambulance services?
I don't know for certain, but I think there is. I think there's
Better
a
Business
state
Bureau.
EMS office.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Okay. So we will probably, that is a fact that probably we should look into and find out about Duke's companies. And, you know, I don't know what we'll find, but I will tell you that I certainly know from being the city manager, you can't please all the people all the time. So I don't know if, I guess we'll find out, Duke. Okay.
So, need a motion?
Unless I have other questions or comments from any of the commissioners. Okay, I'll look for a motion.
So I'd like to make a motion to consider causing the investigation to be made for the application from Centurion Health and Systems and direct city staff to investigate issuing a new ambulance company license.
I have a motion.
Second.
And I have a second. Please cast your ballots. Motion passes 7-0. Consent. I will look for a motion to pay the bills.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 7-0. Item number 7, recess to convene as the Enid Municipal Authority. All trustees of the Enid Municipal Authority are present. Item 9.1, approval of claims in the amount of $355,118.94.
Move for approval. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 7-0. Item number 10, adjourn to convene as the Enid Public Transportation Authority. All trustees of the Enid Public Transportation Authority are present. Item 12.1, award a contract to Ellsworth Construction, Oklahoma City, or OKC, LLC, DBA, ATEC Paving, for project number M-2312C, EPTA parking lot replacement in the amount of $556,706.51, and authorize the mayor to execute all contract documents.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 7-0. Item number 12.2, approval of claims in the amount of $1,231.91.
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Cast your ballots. Motion passes 7-0. Item number 14, public comments. I have 2 people signed up for public comment. First is Ms. Terry Clark. Ms. Clark, if you'll come to the mic, state your name and your address, and you've got 1 minute, please.
Terry Clark, 1760 East Cherokee Avenue, Enid, Oklahoma. Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, I've been coming here for the last few months in hopes that I could get across to you the importance of spade and neutering. The City of Enid, Enid is in crisis. The rescues are drowning, the shelters are killing, and are partially, the blame is because we haven't taken action on the laws that we have in place right now. So I'm just really asking you to please take notice of the spade and neutering laws that we have out there, so we can control the overpopulation that we have right now. Thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Candy Baker. Ms. Baker, if you'll come to the mic and state your name and your address, please.
Sorry, my leg went asleep.
Oh, ow. It's painful.
My name is Candy Baker. My address is 734 North 16th. Mayor, members of the City Council, let the voices be heard. I am here to speak for those who cannot. Each animal still remaining after stray hold should receive immunizations. This would promote better health and less diseases spread throughout the community. This should be given by someone who is trained to do so. There is a law that all animal control facilities across Oklahoma are to spay or neuter all animals before leaving the facility. There is more than one way to take care of this issue. Won't you help us to help them? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Our last item, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, or I'm sorry, cast your ballots. I was getting in a rush. We are adjourned, 7-0.
There's enough dessert for everybody, so if you guys want to grab some dessert over here.